guys, how's it going? It's TOG, the Obsidian Gemstone, and today I'm back with another video. And today's video is going to be a story video, and today is going to be a video about one of my friends. Yes, I do have friends. Let's call him David. And David and I and two others were staying the night at let's call our friend Daniel. And well, David and I and two others were staying the night at Daniel's, and basically this was when, well, not this, this was like 2 months I think after like the S5 came out. And the reason why I said that was because David got the S5 when it came out, and then 2 months later we were staying the night at Daniel's. And basically David used to boast about how his S5 was indestructible. He'd talk about how he'd drop it on the tarmac, on the pavement, on the road, on the floor, and he'd say how he threw at the wall for fun because it was that strong. And he was talking about how it did more damage to the wall than it did the phone. I think the phone had a few cracks in it, like the plastic had a few cracks, but the screen itself was like fine. There was no cracks, there were no scratches. It was just fine. And basically it was quite a strong phone, the S5, and he had a good case, and he talked about how it was super strong, he can't break it. And basically one night when we were staying at Daniel's house, this was when it happened. Basically David dropped his phone onto Daniel's floor, and Daniel's floor is carpet, so it's fine. It doesn't, like, if you drop something on it, it'd be fine. But when David dropped it, Daniel said, "Oh, David, you need to, you always keep dropping. You need to keep an eye on your phone." And David was like, "Nah, I don't need to, mate. My S5 is super strong. I never break it." And he started boasting about how he'd throw at the wall and it'd be fine, and nothing's happened to the phone. It's fine. And Daniel was like, "Yeah, I know, but you might want to keep a bit more care. You might want to. You don't want to increase the chances of you breaking it." And then David was like, "Oh, no, I don't need to, it's fine, watch." And he gets his phone, his S5, about 2 months, 2 months I think, and old. It was like 2 months old, I'm not too sure, but he got his phone and he threw it at the carpet, because the carpet was like, it was really soft, but the carpet made the phone bounce. The phone bounced off the carpet and hit the coffee table, and it smashed his S5. The S5 screen shattered, and I'm not talking just a little crack. The entire screen was shattered. He couldn't turn it on. The screen stayed black. The touch screen wasn't working, and like notifications came up, but the screen wasn't working. After a while, he managed to get like the top bit coming on, but like I'm talking about a tiny bit of the top bit, so it was basically broken. And the S5 cost like a couple of hundred. It was an expensive phone at the time, and it wasn't that long ago either. And basically we just all laughed our asses off, because he broke his phone just after he said it could not be broken, and he was laughing too, but I'm pretty sure he was a bit annoyed with the fact that he just broke his really expensive phone. And we were just all laughing at him, and Daniel was like, "Oh, I told you so," and we just couldn't stop laughing. And then David said, "But it's not fair. Hit the coffee table. The carpet you couldn't break anything on the carpet." And to prove this point, he reached for the nearest phone next to him, which was Daniel's Nokia. And it wasn't one of those like, it was a Nokia, but it was one of the new ones, so it was still a couple of hundred, still quite expensive. It was like a new smartphone, Nokia. And I'm not sure. Oh no, I don't think it's a Nokia. I think it was a Windows phone. I think the Nokia is the one he has now. I think it was one of the Windows. It was still an expensive Windows phone. It was like a couple of hundred as well. Well, because Daniel's family is really rich. Like, they're all doctors and nurses and stuff. So, he's got a big house, and he's got like he's pretty rich. He's pretty rich, and so he had a pretty decent phone. And basically, what David did was he picked up his phone. He picked up Daniel's phone, which was next to him, and said, "Watch this." And then he threw Daniel's phone across the room it bounced off the carpet and it hit the wall. And I did the exact same thing that happened to the S5. The screen shattered, again shattered. The screen wouldn't come. This time the screen wouldn't come on. The touch screen wasn't working. Nothing was. He broke 2 phones in less than 2. David broke 2 phones in less than 2 minutes. How? Okay, how? And David was like, oh no, because breaking his own phone was fine, but he just broke someone else's phone. And Dave was like, oh, I'm sorry, Daniel, I'll pay you back. But Daniel was like, nah, it's fine, I was getting a new phone anyway, because like I said, Daniel's pretty rich, and I think that phone was like a temporary phone, because he was planning on getting a new one, which was like the newest Nokia, I think. But David broke 2 phones, and to replace the phone that he broke, he got a flip phone, because he was trying to get the S5 back from insurance, and he did get it back eventually. He came back to school and said, hey guys, I got my S5 back. And we were like, okay, don't break it again. He's like, no, I won't. And then the next day he comes in and he says, I've lost it. he left it in a taxi. He went to McDonald's, he bought some McNuggets, went to the taxi, took his McNuggets, and forgot his S5. So like, he basically left his S5 in the taxi, but he saved the chicken nuggets, so that's good. But he basically he broke 2 phones, lost a phone in not even a week. I'm not joking, not even in a week he managed to break and lose 3 phones. And this isn't like a first time for him. A couple like years back, he had a BlackBerry, and he went to the corner shop, paid for his food or sweets or whatever he bought, put his BlackBerry on the counter, paid for the whatever he bought, and then he just went. He left the BlackBerry on the counter, and the BlackBerry back then I think might be like 100 or 200. I'm not too sure how much it costed, but it still costed a fair bit. So and the S5 costed quite a bit, and the Windows Phone probably costed a bit. So I think he genuinely might have broken and lost like about $1,000 worth of phones, like over like a few years. I mean, that's quite a lot when you think about it, because usually when you have a phone, you have it for like a year or 2. Most of you guys will have it for 2 years for like, your contract and stuff, and in like 2 years, the phone, I mean, you've lost like $1,000 worth, maybe even more, because I'm not too sure how much everything exactly costed. And so, I mean, that's not even it. The flip phone that he got as a replacement, he broke the flip phone. He managed to break the flip phone that he basically he broke the replacement for the one that he broke. He broke the flip phone, which was to replace the S5. So he broke the replacement. I don't get it. And now I think he's got the S6 now, and I'm just thinking, oh, what's gonna happen to that phone? I'm like, oh. And then I was talking to him, because I had the because when I was planning getting a new phone, we were talking about what phone I was going to get. He was talking about how he got his new S6, and then I said, oh, I don't like the S6 because it doesn't have the removable back. And he said, oh, just dropped my headphones. And he said, yeah, but it's good because then the battery doesn't fall out when you drop it. And I say, but I don't drop my phone. I mean, you might do occasionally, but I don't really rarely. But he does it all the time. I mean, he's dropping his phone all the time. But it's just really funny about how he does that. I don't get it. And he's actually really clever. He's not stupid or anything. He's really clever. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I kind of hope you enjoyed. Don't break $1,000 worth of phones, okay? That's some advice I'm going to give you guys. Don't be like him and lose $1,000 worth of phones. That's what he broke. He lost 1 phone, broke 2, broke 3 with a flip phone, and lost another BlackBerry. So that's 5 phones that he's managed to get rid of. Oh my god. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all later.